Why, hello there. It is I, the Cheesy Cat, and we are back with another episode of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Of course, I find a random weapon here. Now, obviously, if you watched my last video on the Legend of Zelda stuff, you would have seen quite a lot of stuff, mainly Great Plateau stuff, but it was mainly a quest to complete my compendium, and I will be doing that alongside this run. So yes, we will be playing through the story and stuff, but we will be doing as much as we can to complete the compendium. So I'll be going into particular areas that will have compendium stuff, and I mean, you know, all that stuff. So we do have a bunch of weapons that I haven't taken pictures yet, mostly because I wanted to save them for taking a picture of in the compendium. So let's get those out of the way now. Soldier's Claymore. What am I trying to say? I mean, I didn't want to take a picture of them because I wanted to show only the items that were from the Great Plateau. So if we go right into our compendium, minus the horse, these are everything that you can find in the Great Plateau. So if you missed anything, like I did, I missed Bladed Rhino Beetle. I didn't even know they were in the Great Plateau. To have a attack up ingredient so early, it just blew my mind. But anyways, if I did miss anything, feel free to comment and say so. But there's not much. Actually, this Lino is not in the in the Great Plateau. That I kind of did an extra thing. Stone Talus is in the Great Plateau. There is actually one mini boss there. Got a bunch of these. Like, look, there's not that many materials in comparatively to the rest of this stuff. So most of these are going to be found pretty much everywhere. And then the weapons, obviously a tree branch. I want a better picture of a tree branch though, hanging off the plaque like I have these. I am very picky with how pictures want to be taken. Ugh. And they all have to be on plaque. So all my weapon pictures will be on plaques. That's just something special for me. It looks especially good with the shields because they're like a square shape. So all you're going to see is the shield, but with the longer weapons you're going to see the wall, the plaque, and the weapon itself. So yeah, don't you think that's pretty cool? So yeah, those are everything that you can obtain in the Great Plateau itself, minus the horse and the Great Lino. Well, not, what am I saying, the Great Lino? Just Lino. Regular Lino is actually found near the Great Plateau in the area outside the north. It's kind of by a stable. I forgot what it's called, the Colosseum. It's on my map. Where are you? Quickly go over here, but in this area there's going to be a Colosseum, like literally right next to that Korok. And you get a lot pretty good weapons from there too, so it's kind of good to charge in, steal weapons, and then run away because you will die if you're not careful. So let's start taking a picture of these weapons. Soldier's Claymore, bumping into stuff. I really wanted to take a picture of this in particular before using it because I have no idea where it's found. There we go. I think that's good. Yep, perfect. Guardian Sword, do not have that yet. I believe I got this from one of the shrines. Oh, this is really picky. It's okay, I'll take it like that. Maybe I can get a better picture. I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest. Soldier's Broadsword, I already took a picture of, because you can actually find it in the Great Plateau. Which really blew me away. Really blew me away. Traveler's Spear, we already got. Almost ended the video before figuring that out. I was just like, oh no. Yeah, Stakoblin was holding it. So I was just like, well then. Okay, nice Vicious Sickle. Now I can use that as my primary weapon. Rusty Halberd. Didn't see any of those in the Great Plateau, so I'm pretty sure they're not available, but there is Rusty Broadsword in there. Are we able to take the picture of the whole thing? Wow. The first spear that looks kind of crappy that we can actually take a picture of the whole thing. Because I've been having trouble with being able to take a picture of the whole spear. Awesome. We can use that weapon first. It has some pretty decent attack properties, but not so decent on the durability side. Next up, we can take a picture of Shield of the Mind's Eye, which is kind of the set for the, I don't know, what do you want to call it, the Sheikah set? And this one's an odd shape, so it won't exactly be the best, but it's gonna still show up in that square pretty close. Pretty awesome. So this is why shields are the best to take images of for the compendium. Boom. Compendiumize. But yeah, the eightfold blade, the Shield of the Mind's Eye, and this right here, the Phrenic Bow, I think is one of the Sheikah items. I could be wrong. I'm just kind of guessing here. Phrenic Bow looks kind of cool though. I like the color layout of it. Soldier's Bow can actually be obtained in the Great Plateau. It's on the treasure chest when you meet with the King of Hyrule, when he tells you the whole story. But obviously I already got that, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Didn't mention that in my video though, so that might have been worth mentioning. My bad. So let's try and get rid of some of our weaker bows. I also got quite a bit of arrows while doing all that work. Okay, well, now that we're done taking pictures of stuff, let's go. So yeah, I will be focusing on the compendium, of course. That was a good 8 minutes, I guess. So anyways, that's the main reason I wanted to have the house, so I can have space for weapons and to take pictures of weapons. Hopefully time hasn't run out, because a quest that I accepted, little side quest, that is actually one of my kind of favorites, I guess. This kid we talked to in a previous video, Traveler's Sword. Yes, it is the Traveler's Sword. So we're going to show him the Traveler's Sword, which he asked for us to show him to start the quest off. So there we are. The real thing is really the real deal. And then he'll give us a red rupee. So, one way to get money. That was from my grandpa. He always said, give it to the one who can show you the real deal. So don't worry about it. Alright, next. So, as you can see, this is not just a simple, oh, get a Traveler's Sword, get free rupees. He wants us to find another weapon. What was it again? Oh, I remember now. Alright, have you heard of the fire rod? I've seen it in the books, but never in real life. If you find it, please let me see it. So, when we get a weapon, yeah, the name of the quest is the Weapon Connoisseur. So, when we get that weapon, we will return to Hayteno Village. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a few more fish that I can take a picture of in this area. Actually, there's a weapon here. Am I able to pick it up? Soup ladle. Huh, that's not a weapon. Looks like I'll have to break something first in order to do it. So let's see. We're going back to Kakariko Village. Well, let's go ahead and drop our horse off by the shrine and go to Kakariko. Alright, this is a decent spot for my horse, I guess. Because I'm just going to teleport there and teleport back. Or if it's closer, then I'll teleport to the stable. But they're going to tell us where to go to next. Alrighty. we return to Kakariko Village. It's nighttime already? Oh yeah, it was just 7 p.m. What am I talking about? Speaking of Kakariko Village, I've been trying to get to this, and I didn't want to do it in the compendium video because that wasn't part of the series of completing the game. But I do have 4+ spirit orbs, so I'm going to give myself an extra heart container. I shall grant the power you seek. And boom, we increased our health. Now I usually focus on stamina first, but this early in the game we're going to want a few extra hearts. There will be a point where I get enough hearts that I just not even worry about doing anything that's... what am I trying to say? Ugh. I don't worry about trying to increase my hearts after a while, so then I'll just focus on maxing out stamina, because stamina is pretty important. So let's talk to Impa to continue the main story quest. I heard Puro was giving you the runaround, but you seem just fine. Locked mementos. Now then, let me see. Aha! This is, without a doubt, the camera that Princess Zelda used 100 years ago. Dot dot dot. It could be that if you visit the locations within those pictures, you will be able to restore some of your lost memories. Come back here once you have tried going to at least one of those locations. There's something I wish to give to you. Okay, well that was straightforward enough. We're going to want to do that real quick, so I'm not really good at remembering exactly where all these places are, because for starters they're kind of hard at first, but once you start exploring the world you start to see, okay, that makes sense where that is, and that makes sense where that is. But like literally, oh, this one in particular, you will see, and there's some that if you do a particular quest, they will let you know where that particular place is, and it makes it a lot easier for people who aren't sure or aren't really looking up to explore. So one place that we can kind of guess where it is this place right here. The dueling peaks, there you go, you can see are in the background. So judging by how it looks, you can assume that it's to the west of the dueling peaks, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So that's probably the easiest one people at the beginning of the game can figure. And speaking of which, we can take a picture of this cuckoo right here. Cuckoo, come on, give me a... No, don't get into the fire. What's wrong with you? Okay, and boom. Looked right at the camera. Thanks, bud. Sorry to bother you, but are you a fellow traveler? As for me, I just love art. In fact, I'm traveling the world in search of beautiful landscapes. Just between you and me, I hear there's a great fairy fountain somewhere near this village. I hear it's breathtakingly beautiful. Aesthetics aside, they also say the place can bestow people with some kind of mysterious power. I've been researching it for ages, and I finally have a lead. There's a place that is beyond suspicious. The problem is, I can't seem to find a fountain there. Sigh. Nothing beats the thrill of tracking down a perfect view. As a fellow traveler, you understand the sentiment, right? Sure, I understand. Oh, I knew it. I just knew there was someone like me nearby who appreciates true beauty. Sorry, I can't pin down the exact location of the Great Fairy Fountain. I haven't put it all together yet, but there's a suspicious place I have my eye on. In fact, I was about to head there now. Would you like to come along? Sounds great. Great answer, just what I expected from a fellow beauty connoisseur like you. Alrighty then, follow me. Alrighty then. Now this guy doesn't run very fast, even though he's having kind of a weird run animation there. That guy wants his cuckoos back. Get these sunset fireflies. Easy pie. Speaking of sunset fireflies, while I was doing the compendium, ooh, we got so many. So much. Materials, basically. Well, materials, mostly insects and stuff for cooking. In fact, let me see here. Not so much Hyrule Base. Look at that, 33 sunset fireflies. I'm blown away by how many. They're pretty easy to get, but still, even nobody spends that much time getting that many. And summer ring butterflies, oof, so many. That's actually not as many hightail lizards as I expected. I expected more, but still, restless crickets are a little bit harder to get. Bladed rhino beetle, that is an insane amount for not even noticing they existed. Actually, let's sort that. That looks better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Yeah, not really much. Better than that, I know I have a ton of amber from beating up that stone talus and even a few rubies. Yeah. Pretty maxed out on these two here, jeez. Let's go. And right about this spot, he's going to stop. It's been years since I visited this village, so it's hard to dig up info. As you probably noticed, the people here all wear the same attire. I made the mistake of asking the same person the same thing multiple times. Oops. I was already a stranger to the village, but now I'm a suspicious roamer to them. What is that facial expression? But if it helps me track down a beautiful landscape, I don't care what people think of me. Oh, now he's... there you go. That's what he wants. So tired. Hills aren't easy for old fogies like me. Sorry, but I think I can go on. The great fairy fountain should be along the path that leads past the shrine. Pant. That's what I've been told anyways. Yeesh, I'm completely out of breath. That always happens right about here. I think I better rest a bit. You go on ahead. And hey, if you find it, don't forget to get a picture. Now here I don't want to go so fast. Got my camera ready for what we may see going this way. In fact, there's a restless cricket right there. So let's see. Nope, just more sunset fireflies. Perfect. Oh, it ran away. Dang. We'll get it next time. Alright, so we already took a picture of those, but there's a... oh! Can we take a picture of a fairy? Oh, shoot, we can! So let's go ahead and do that. Boom! Fairy taken picture of. They will run away if you're too noisy, though. Fairy collected. So when you don't have 5 fairies in your... I think either 5 or 4. If you have 4 or less, yeah, that makes sense. Less fairies. I think it might even be no fairies. But basically, when you have a certain amount of not fairies, but there will always be fairies at the fairy fountain. So you can kind of like trick the game into thinking you have no fairies by just holding them, and you can keep the fairies, obviously, and then more fairies will pop up. But they won't go away even though you put them away. Silent Princess, also found at fairy fountains along with fairies. Boom, glow in the dark. Glow in the nighttime. And yeah, bam. They're good for stealth too, because they glow in the night. Oh, I want a picture of that mountain doe right there. I can get a better picture sometime later. Oh, and we got a stag here. Mountain buck. Boom. I really want those antlers. We already killed them before. Oh. Don't want to scare this beetle away. These are like everywhere. I think they appear after 7 a.m. and that's why I haven't seen many. Iron shroom. Gonna take a picture of that. That's part of the compendium. This literally has become a Necluda slash Kakariko village compendium thing. Jeez. Anyways, the main thing we're talking about here is the fairy fountain. Which if we go to... Whoops, sorry. Boy. Sweet boy. Please. Listen to my story. I'll pass. Now let's go ahead and do that. I'm the great fairy Kotera. This place was once a beautiful spring, but as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. I'm nearly powerless now, so I beg your help. I need rupees to become whole again. All I need is 100 rupees. Once my power has been restored, I can help you do great things, boy. Now, if you have rupees, hand them over to me, quickly. In order for me to regain my power, I need 100. That's not a lot for how much we do get in the game, so let's go ahead and do that. Thank you. You are too kind. The power... It's overflowing! That just sounds so weird in a few ways, but let's just go ahead and keep on going. This is the Great Fairy Fountain, or at least what it looks like. Yeah, that's a better voice than she was hiding inside the fairy fountain, but that is the Great Fairy. If you played Legend of Zelda games before, yes, Great Fairies are freaking huge. What a feeling, that first breath of fresh air after an eternity of decay. It's just so intoxicating. Thanks to you, I've been returned to my former glory. And as they say, one good turn deserves another. I can help you, boy. Allow me to enhance your clothing. That's the least I can do, but I'll need the necessary materials. With the power available to me, I should be able to enhance your clothing a little bit. So, enhancing clothing. The clothing that we already have is these. So, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty easy. Now, when she says she can enhance it a little bit, that mainly means she can only enhance it up one level. So I'm going to enhance these trousers, because we have a ton of bokoblin horns. And she does something different for each level that you enhance a clothing article. I don't know, article of clothing. And then it does that. Defense is now up by 5, just a bit stronger now. You heard about set bonuses, right? Which is what I was gonna get into. How a set of clothes that have all been enhanced twice could have a bonus, but only if you wear the whole set. Well, and not all sets have a bonus. Do you want me to enhance any of your clothes? Nope, I'm fine. I have sisters out there in the world like me. They've lost much of their power. If you were able to restore power to them as well, we'd then be able to enhance your clothing even more. See you later. Hiya. Okay. She's a ninja of the sort. And we can jump in the water, of course. Swim in her hiding place. Anyways. That's the fairy fountain. So, in order to complete the quest, we need to take a picture of the Great Fairy Fountain. So it doesn't have to be necessarily in the square, it just has to be in the whole picture. Boom, you got a quest picture. And with quest pictures, when you look in your album, it'll have a little, whatchamacallit, thing by it. What am I trying to say? An exclamation point, duh. Alrighty. So now we go back to talk to the artiste. I think I failed. I think my problem is, well, why not activate this quest real quick? Sir Link, my cuckoos, my precious cuckoos, they haven't come home yet. Now that my wife wants nothing to do with me, oh my god, this got deep. My cuckoos are my only emotional support. What do I do? Oh my gosh, I'll go find them. Really? Thank you so much. I have 10 cuckoos total. Hopefully you'll be able to find them all. There's already 3 in there, so pretty easy quest. So I mean, I'll get that done in like little spivots. I don't know if there's probably a better word than that. But I think the guy is actually up here. I don't know why I skipped him. Maybe he was just hiding or gone. So when we go back to him, someday I hope I can see that place spoken of in whispers, veiled in mystery, the Great Fairy Fountain. I found it. You found it? Really? Are you serious right now? And if you are, where's the picture? You remember to bring the picture, right? Then he's going to show us a picture. Well, we're going to show him the picture. This is the Great Fairy Fountain. It's certainly beautiful, but I thought it would be more sacred and elegant. Oh, you should see the fairy. Well, I am impressed you found it. I want to give you something to show my appreciation, but I don't think I have anything on me. I know. Is there a place you've been seeking? I've traveled all over Hyrule, so I might be able to help you find it. Recognize anything? Oh, this quest in particular is a place that it gives us the location of where we're looking for. Large gate with a snowy mountain beyond it. Oh, I know that place. There's a big mountain east of this village. It's called Mount Lanayru. At the base of Mount Lanayru, on the west side of Nadra Snowfield, lies that gate. I'm almost certain. I'm glad I knew about that location. I suppose my help was useful then. So, in that picture, let's go to the map. Mount Lanayru. So obviously it's going to be east of Mount Lanayru. And there will be a gate somewhere in this area. Let's see, Nadra Snowfield. So east of here. So somewhere in this area there's a gate. Looks like that might be it because of the way it's shaped. Shaped like a gate. So hello. Hello, easy dear. So let's go ahead and teleport to the stable and go over to the memory that we're gonna locate. That's to the east. Oh no, to the west. Oh wait. Of course I meant west of the Dueling Peaks. Here we go. We're here at Dueling Peaks. And I feel dumb for this shrine because you could have just used Cryonis to get over the spikes. I just wanted to point that out because I'm pretty sure somebody was thinking that. But, you know, I have to overthink things sometimes. I always overthink things. I don't know what's wrong with me. Jeez. I'm the overthinker. So, if you do leave your horse somewhere else, you can always go to take horse and then take the horse that you want out. So we're going to take Guardian, and he says horses aren't magic, right? I think you're incorrect, because my horses was in Hayteno Village like 3 seconds ago, and now he's here. Pretty magical. Did I hear a poof noise? I swear I heard a poof noise. Anyways, let's break this real quick. Opal, not bad. Oh, I landed on my horse. Cool. Alright, see you guys in a bit. So on my way I found this. Pretty darn awesome. Can't believe I missed this, but did I come on this side? I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and open this. Traveler's Bow. Okay, well, kind of worth it. Not really. As you can see, I have some stealth up. That's because I was beating up some bokoblins over there. Sneak strike them and then kind of failed at the same time. Oh, well, he has much more health than I thought. Jeez. Let's take out this Soldier Broadsword, which we also stole from Mr. Obviously, I'm using the weaker of the bows. I have so many Traveler's Bows now. Sit there and die. I'm wasting so many arrows. Let's try some bomb arrows. And I hit him. Boom! Yeah, that took care of it. Going to swim up to these items to grab them. Lezophos items. Oh god. I'm going to swim back to shore because the whatchamacallit is strong. So strong. Boom. And then I can just climb up here. Cryonis is so useful for water You don't even have to deal with water. Just use Cryonis. Alright. Now we're on to where we said we were going. See you in a bit. Of course, there's always something I gotta miss on my way. So here we have is another Korok seed. And we're gonna want to pull out, oh god, our Cryonis to get across the thing. And speaking of Cryonis, not even, just runes in general, those are our Hyrule base. What I'm getting at is those guys over there that are jumping. I'm going to take a picture of that. Oh, that is a beautiful picture of Armored Carp. And then over there, in the distance, is Mighty Carp. But I want to be mighty closer than that to take a better picture of it. There we are. Let's just hope... well, that's good enough. Pretty much looks like an armored carp, but mightier. And then this is a Korok seed right here, so boom. You found me. Got them 10 Korok seeds, pretty awesome. So when we see Mr. Hestu again, we are going to have some fun opening up some weapon slots. Jesus, I can't talk today. Well, gonna continue going on our journey. See you again in some moments. Well, look at this spot. Another thing that I missed. I'm just skipping all over here. I'm gonna use the easy way. Not gonna waste my time with the whole complicated way of the the stasis. That's the easy way to get them. There's 3 Octoroks right there, so you just kill them, get free Octorok balloons, and that's enough to get them flying. Oh no. Looks like we got another compendium here. Tireless frogs only appear in the rain, so they're good to get. And they increase your maximum stamina. So very definitely good to get. And they're pretty easy to get because when it's raining, you're harder to hear. Basically, that's the whole idea of it. Boom. See how easy that was? I didn't even have to do anything. Tireless frogs are pretty darn good, especially for how rare they are. Pretty good commodity to have. Commodity. Where is my horse? My horse ran all the way over there because it caught on fire when I was fighting some bokoblins. So once again, I'll see you guys in a moment. Got another picture to do a compendium on real quick, and then we'll continue our trek once again. Let's go. On my way, and we got another compendium animal here. Let's keep on moving. Alrighty. So as we're moving along here, you can see we got a big old pond, and a lot of those trees that we're looking at. Oh, Octorok. Speaking of Octorok, let's take a quick picture of that. We'll get a better picture later. I really want to get a picture of this duck. And he flew away. Almost. See that one? Sure, why not? Now let's kill it. Boom. Probably should have used Cryonis to get over there faster. Oh, my horse is running away. Why? Yeah, I'm gonna need some energizing honey. Why is my horse running away from me? So sad. Anyways, looking around here, it looks like the area we're looking at is right over here. Oh, bunch of keys. Jeez. They'll try to attack us, but what they don't know is that I got bomb arrows and they'll run away. Along top of that, I have stacoblins everywhere. But let me get these keys wings real quick. I got a few weapons while I was traveling way over here. This is what this game does to you. You get just totally sidetracked over and over again. But yeah, these guys are pieces of cake once you figure out how to beat them. Because at first I was just like, what am I doing wrong? Why don't you run over here, big baby? But anyways, when you go to a place that has a memory, you will see a shining light. And this is a place. As you can see, there's that thing over there, which was in the picture. Press A to recall. And it doesn't matter what time of day, what's happening with the weather, you can recall it and we'll see something nice. The nighttime version.
From here, we'll make our way to Goron City. Then, we'll need some adjustments on that divine beast so Daru can manage it as easily as possible. He's figured out how to get it to move. However, it's apparent that we still have much more to learn. But to think, that divine beast was actually built by people. That means we should be able to understand how it works and how to use it to our advantage. These divine beasts, so much we don't know. But if we want to turn back Calamity Ganon, they're our best hope. Tell me the truth. How proficient are you right now wielding that sword on your back? Legend says that an ancient voice resonates inside it. Can you hear it yet, hero?
And boom, that is how we recall a memory. And once it's recalled, we get the ability to watch the little scene again. And yeah, we got our captured memory here. So anyways, let's get back to Kakariko village. Kakak. Alrighty, let's get up into here, bust the door down, talk to Impa. Now that you've seen one of Princess's memories, you must have started to remember certain things. Here, I will hand this over to you now before I forget. Champion's Tunic. In ancient Hyrule, this garment can only be worn by the one who had earned the respect of the royal family. Equipping it will reveal an enemy's life gauge. This is something of yours that I've been keeping safe, by request of the princess. This clothing was specifically made for you when you became a champion. Please handle it with care. Now, this is not something that I suggest wearing, because it doesn't have any sets. It's an individual piece of clothing. And as you know, with the Great Fairy, we can get weapon sets, gear sets, I guess. Well, if you wear a set of clothing, for example, if you go in here, there's a Sheikah outfit. That whole set of clothing will give you a specific ability when you wear it all as a set, and it's been upgraded twice. The only reason I have it on now is because it has better defense. So let's go to Haytino Village, and I'll see you there. And the reason I went this way is to take a few pictures for the compendium. I want to 100% it before the end of the whole run, I guess you can call it. So we're gonna drop a few weapons. These are all weapons that I picked up by just exploring, going to that one spot. So forgive me. Oh, let's delete some pictures. Select all. Delete. Boom. Okay. Moblin Club. We will actually need this, so I'm going to be leaving it in here. And well, let's grab the 8th fold blade and my shields. Well, I'm gonna want to start using those more often from now on. Farming hoe. Actually, I'm gonna take the Moblin Club, drop it, and grab the farming hoe. Put it right there, and put the club there. Boom. Because I like the kind of up the top smaller version of the whatchamacallit, the plaque, the gear display, I guess, weapon display. So farming hoe, now I can take that and use it as a weapon to quickly get rid of it. Boko bat, whichever suits your style. Two-handed weapon, version of the club, of course. And then this I came across as well, which is called the throwing spear, which apparently does not want to be registered as the throwing spear unless I get right there. Kind of sucks, but it's fine. We got that picture going and we can get it. It's a pretty good spear, 6 damage. Better than what we've been dealing with. I guess we're good here. We can start using some other weapons. But other than that, since that's done, I don't think I have any shields. Yeah, I have a bunch of Boko shields. So let's go ahead and, well, we'll be killing that soon. Go ahead and end the video off here. We started in Haytino Village and ended in Haytino Village. So we made some progress. Like I said, these videos are going to be around 40 minutes, so it's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If I had them shorter, I wouldn't be able to do much. But yeah, other than that, if you like watching, of course, hit that like button. Comment if you have any suggestions, comments, other things like that. Just let me know what you think too. And then subscribe. Got videos like this coming. Should be daily, minus days that I get caught up in other stuff. But like I said, should be daily. Not much to stop me from doing it other than being tired from work. But I mean, that's a whole nother story. Other than that, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. This is the Cheesy Cat, and I'll see you in the next video.